Good morning. It's the end of July in 2021, and I was gonna show the garden early in the morning, about 8 o'clock. You can see, I don't know if you can see, the hummingbirds are going crazy, and the lens is still fogging up, so we'll have to wipe it from time to time. Kind of gives it a cool effect, but you can see the pretty crepe myrtle and the garden. We'll wipe the lens. It's very hot out here today. Don't know if you can see all the hummingbirds and a little chickadee. Okay, so we're gonna show the garden. I think I'm gonna start over here really fast. This is our elderberry tree. It's doing good. The other one, unfortunately, isn't. Maybe it'll come back. We'll see. Our banana tree has put on, gosh, this is probably its 4th leaf. And here are some tomatoes. And I'm trying to root some of the perennial tree kale, and I've got some cuttings from my, well, let me clean it. Got some cuttings from my butterfly bushes. Over here we got some rain barrels. Okay, so here are some tomatoes we grew from seed after all the frost and everything. That's the raspberry we picked up on clearance for $5. That's doing really good. Let's see. There's a nasturtium. Note to self, I need to start the nasturtiums as transplants and put them in the shade. And these are Juliet tomatoes, ones I've wanted to grow for a really long time. And they are really doing good, especially this one plant. The other plant's not so good. Goodness, I don't know if you heard the hummingbirds. Okay, I think this is called a sugary tomato. It's done pretty well considering. And my favorite, sun gold tomatoes. Just picked yesterday. And as you can see, there's already more stuff to pick. This is the sun sugar. The kids love that one. And this is the Kinda competition gourd. It's like a snake gourd. I already harvested one as long as my leg. It's already going this way. And the cool thing is they bloom late at night and early in the morning, like all through the night. They have a white flower. They're really cool. There's lots of hummingbirds here. I don't know if they're, surely we're getting them on camera. There's so many of them. But, okay. And here's our favorite Jubilee tomatoes. We've got some big ones in here. Now we need to weed, but it has been really hot. It was like 120 heat index yesterday, and we needed to fertilize, so I didn't do the weeding. Okay, I'm going to clean the screen again. Okay, here are our snake gourds. There's one there. I'm trying to train this one to grow down the middle, and it did not listen yesterday. There's one there, and again, like I said, I done harvested one as long as my leg. Oh goodness, the hummingbird about got me. Okay, that's all I have here other than the tomatoes. And here I've got some rosemary and my sun gold tomatoes. And you're just so cool with all the vines. Okay, and I've got noodle beans back in here. They're nice and long. We've harvested I don't know how many of those things already this year off of just a few plants. And don't they have the most beautiful flower? I hope it's picking up that pretty purple color, because it is beautiful. There's another one. They're so beautiful. And they have made it all the way to the top. And like I said, this is the end of July. And this snake gourd is getting really big. And I have another sun gold there which I think I already said. And when we were weeding, we pulled up almost all the achocha cucumbers. There's one little one left there. Hopefully it survives. And here's my cucumbers, my Armenian cucumbers. They are finally taking off. You can see they're way up there. It's almost as tall as this one over here is taller than the tomatoes. They're massive, like my head comes to probably here, maybe, well, probably more about here. And they're that tall. It's crazy. But those have the big long cucumbers, but haven't got any yet. And this is all the sun gold tomatoes. I tried to plant cucumbers here, but only 2 came up. And I've got the Melbar spinach. And you can see it's growing really tall. All the way up to there. And it's just growing like crazy. It actually held the tomato on, which is interesting. You could almost use it as a trellis. Here's some lavender in there. And my favorite catnip. I love how pretty and purple it is. And oh wow, they're looking better today. These are our passion fruit vines, and I've got tomato seeds and pepper seeds, all kinds of things. And these are all of our sun gold tomatoes. Again, this is the end of July. And they are this tall, all grown from seed from us. Oh, and I forgot to mention, note to self too, that these tomatoes are all but one are tomatoes from the store. You can see, other than the Juliets and the sun golds and the sun sugars are okay. They are not nearly as tall as the sun golds that we grew from seed. I don't know if they just like this spot or what, but they like it. Here's the sun golds. I think I had a total of 10, like 9 or 10 sun golds. And here's oregano. But they are really awesome. I mean, they are way taller than I am. Well, not way, but as tall as I am. And we've had hornworms we're fighting, and you can see they're starting to get the blight. So hopefully they can pull through. We've got lemon balm. And more, you can see more of the pretty noodle beans. And more sun golds. Down here there's another sun gold. I believe there were two or three sun gold plants. So there's 2, or not sun gold, Juliets. And then we got the Roma tomatoes, but I do not need to grow those again. They did not do very well. I've also transplanted some. These are ones I think I started in, May or June. I can't remember which time it was, May or June. I'd have to go back and look. But I transplanted those. These are some seeds Tammy had gave me that I've saved year after year. I think they're called Tigerella. And again, it needs to be weeded horribly bad. We'll get to it. We've got a few beds. A pretty flower. I think it's like some rudbeckia flower. And I think most everything, that might be a sun gold, I'm not sure. I think maybe what I transplanted might not have made it. I can't remember if I planted a sun gold or a Juliet, but okay, my battery is blinking at me. Okay, so these are all Gardener's Delights. I don't want to grow those again. These, I wanted to get through the peppers really fast. These are the sweet potatoes and the peppers. Look at all of these peppers. We just picked 5 pounds yesterday. We have picked multiple 3, 4, 5 pound containers. We've done it at least 3 or 4. I would say at least 4 times, probably 5. But it is crazy. I've got so many quart bags of chopped peppers. Well, not chopped. We do the little slices and slivers, and The Yum Yums, they're so cute. There's the orange Yum Yums, and those are the tastiest. And my King Arthurs and the Gypsies. Okay, well, I want to get the crepe myrtle too. That was like one of my main things I wanted to do. We have a pretty purple crepe myrtle. I don't know if I can show you the neighbors with the sun. They have the pink one. I hope you can see it. Theirs is pink, and ours is purple, but it's really pretty this year. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here in case if I don't have enough of battery. Okay, if I have enough of battery, note to self again, we grew 14, ouch, that was thorny, 14 had 14 gypsy peppers. I think we picked a couple up at the store. We had 4 King Arthur plants. There's different colors. We had 14 gypsies, 4 King Arthur, 2 of those cute little Yum Yums. They're so cute. One of this Red Baron, but it didn't do too good, but it looks like it's putting on again, probably from the salt. And this one's a Yum Yum, and the other one is a pimento, and it's doing really well too. It was pretty tasty. It was like a sweet, smoky flavor. I liked it a lot. Okay, and the sweet potatoes are just as happy as can be. It's crazy how they have exploded, and we have a pretty zinnia that just volunteered to make the garden happy. Okay, another thing I really wanted to show if I could, have time, is my moringa trees. Maybe we've been watering. Okay, here's the elderberry. I'm just talking. And the lantana and lemon balm. Moringa tree's getting pretty tall. Our plants, the echinacea, a cutting of catnip that I just stuck in the ground. I think this is apple mint, bee balm, the other moringa, which is even taller and happier, comfrey, plantain, woolly lamb's ear, marshmallow. This is supposed to be mojito mint, but I'm not sure. It may be apple mint. I think the tags, somebody just stuck a tag in it. Plantain, comfrey. Got this all weeded with them horrible thorny weeds out of it. And more marshmallow and kale and elderberry. More comfrey. This is yarrow and marshmallow and elderberry and woolly lamb's ear. And look how wonderful the grass clippings is. It is so wonderful. It really blocks stuff out. And then there's some weeds. I didn't get to this side. My horseradish, and I think that's a weed inside of there that I need to pick. Some type of mint. I can't remember. Let's see. It says spearmint. Our willow that we've got a cutting from. Oh, let me clean it. Our willow that we got a cutting from off of eBay that has gotten massive. I didn't trim it this year, and it is huge. And then, so this is peppermint here with little elderberries that I'll be able to take. And look, this elderberry tree has been absolutely loaded. Look, you can see how much the birds have been eating. It is absolutely loaded. And note to myself, I need to freeze the berries before I dehydrate them, or else you'll be spending hours, tedious hours, sorting it and getting all the stems off. Here's our hibiscus, but none of them are blooming today. And a zinnia. And I've got a moringa tree in here. There it is. And our rose bush and the comfrey. And let's see, I've got a few nasturtiums. Back in here, I've used most of them because we need them, but look how massive they are. Note to self also, I need to grow the nasturtium back here in this area where it's cooler. Look at that elderberry. I've got so many elderberries and it's still just loaded. I love this tree. And our blueberries are not doing so hot. Don't know if we can save them. And more elderberries that I'll be able to take cuttings from. And look at our apple trees. These two are our apple trees. There's our rose bush again, but the apples are getting huge. They weren't this big last year, but the tree looks kind of sickly, but maybe it'll make it. This is the apple tree Robert told if it didn't produce, he was going to cut it down. And it decided to produce. And our peach trees. And we've got some plum trees back there. And a pear tree, and a plum tree, and oak trees, and another plum tree. And let's see what else we still got back here. I've got the lilies, they're all done for the year. A rose bush, it's about to start again. All these plants died. Here's another moringa. And our catnip that's so pretty. Radishes going to seed. Our perennial tree kale. And more catnip. Lemon balm. This is basically the lemon balm bed. More marshmallow and a tomato that just volunteered. Hopefully this is that tomato that grew so crazy years and years ago. And a bed full of weeds that I need to take out. And I haven't. I'll be sneezing after that. And this little elderberry that's trying to come back. And I've got a borage there that's trying. Some comfreys that I just stuck in there. I've got some oregano in there. I think that's all. I don't even know what's in here other than weeds. But I do have a sweet mint here, and a zinnia, and a rose bush, but you can hardly see them for all the weeds. Another lemon balm that just hung up. And we've got new rain barrels, the butterfly bush. That oregano died. The sage is trying to come back. My comfrey, I've been getting all my comfrey fertilizer for. Rosemary, and more of the butterfly bush. Don't know, they're really pretty. I was gonna try and show how pretty it is. It's very pretty, it's like the triple color one. And new rain barrels, and we're all done.